Well, we certainly are excited for the Christmas break. There's a fairly long break by college basketball standards, so I hope the guys spend time with their families, who are tremendous, and enjoy their time away. And then we'll look forward to our next game once we get back from the break. So I'm, pleased we won the game tonight, though disappointed that we didn't play a better game.
Power basketball early, obviously that was the plan.
Yeah, especially they started Chapman at the center, and so it's always the plan really. But I think we've just been talking to Neil about having that mindset of really trying to score, and the more he tries to score, the more clear passes are, and so that's always something we're trying to do. I think it was even more so tonight because of the matchup and just how good Neil is and how well he's playing.
Hey, if I could ask about Delon and the energy perhaps he brings in a non-playing role and how he's being able to help you before he gets back.
Well, he's one in a million. We haven't had a guy like him since I've been here. I can't imagine there are too many guys like him around the country. He's as an incredible charisma that comes from such a genuine place. He's energetic. He's extremely smart. He's very honest with the guys, but willing to always talk and critique and compliment, all of those things. And he's just been tremendous. I think he'll probably be as successful as he wants to be after basketball. But we're so happy to have him because even when he's out, he's a huge plus.
Chris, there was sort of a request with the Spider Collective to contribute. I wonder you wonder how that's going. How's the Spider Collective going? What do you think so far?
Do you want to talk off camera, John, about your contribution?
It's a sort of story.
It's going well. We have great leadership in Greg Bond, who has really, really helped us. We've tried to make it as professional as possible in that hiring a company called Open Doors, who basically manages the funds for us, and a general manager named Chris Schumann, who's very experienced in college athletics. So that's my first and most important part, is that we make it very professional. And then I think it's doing well. I know was it signing day in football yesterday, or so there's a lot of talk about that. It's hard to know exactly what other schools or programs or teams have, but I feel like it's going well, and I feel like it reflects the support that the University of Richmond and its alums and fans give to the program.
When it was announced, you suggested it was sort of a across-the-board help for players, all players. Is that how it's working out?
Yeah. Yes. Essentially, I didn't want it to be we want it to be something where players who stay in the program and contribute more and more to the Spiders have greater opportunities within the NIL framework. And that is how essentially it's working out for us. And hopefully that will be something that's, in the long run, hopefully that's something that's very valuable to us in terms of both attracting players, recruits, and retaining players.
Thank you.
Basically a third of the way for the season. You have the Christmas break. Where is this team at the moment?
Yeah, I don't think we played well tonight, and I'm disappointed in that. But I think we have. I think we have played well. We've played a really difficult schedule. I was watching some games around the country this week, and they would go that this is the team's first road game. Of course, we've been away a lot and played a really high quality schedule. When you do that, you're going to have, you're going to run into challenges that are hard, but I think we've played well. I think that we have a few guys. Jai has had just a tremendous start to the season. Neil has been great, and more and more just trying to work on his mindset of being a dominant player. I think Jordan is probably to me, he's the best transfer that was available in the portal. I really believe that. Statistically, I'm not sure how that has worked out, but I think he's been probably the best guy we've picked up. So, and then I think our guys, Isaiah has been very good, and guys are playing well. So I really love this group of guys and this team. And while I'm disappointed tonight, I really like where I think we can be as we keep going.
You're getting more points from more people. Your offense is kind of diversified. Bigelow, Bailey, even Tyne. I mean, you're getting double figures from players maybe you didn't get that early in the year.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that was probably as much as I think we're sharing the ball well and playing how Richmond plays. I think there's it just takes 10 more practices, 4 more games, whatever that is, to make us really click, to be able to take advantage of all the things that we usually see. So I think we're getting there. It's a bit of a process, but we haven't had, our numbers are good. The percentage we're shooting are good. We're getting mostly 2-point baskets. We're scoring in the paint. All of those things are positive, and hopefully we can just keep get to that point where we're clicking a little bit better.
Neil, could you start just by talking about the emphasis of Richmond's offense against a smaller team? Obviously, from the beginning, it looked as though you wanted to get the ball inside.
Yeah, definitely. That was one of the first things Coach said. Even before the game, but even practice. Pretty much as soon as he watched Buffalo, he was like, "Neil, we're gonna need you to get the ball inside and score." So, we've been drawing that the last few days, and so I just went out there and did it.
And could you just say a word or two about not as crisp toward the end? Looked like you lost your concentration at times.
Yeah, that's very disappointing. Especially a team as old as we are with, 7th-year seniors and grad transfers and such. We shouldn't be doing that. It's really it's inexcusable. It's not who we are. It's not what we do, and it just can't happen again.
Delani's out still, but clearly he's got a lot of nervous energy over there and helps. I wonder if you could share your thoughts on perhaps how he aids the team while not participating in games.
Yeah, no, I mean, if there's anybody if you can handle adversity as well as D'Lo, you're amazing. The way he's attacked rehab and the way that he's still been an integral part of our team, not being able to play, is outstanding. He's me and Jai's free throw coach. We get up free throws with him after the game. He's pretty much on me all the time as he's supposed to make sure that I have a dominant mentality and go out there and try to win games.
Could you sum up the 12 games pre-Christmas here for the Spiders?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it started off 2 good wins. Boston College, hard-fought game back and forth. Maybe we could have eked out a few more games on the road. But overall, if you look at the whole of it, I'm pretty happy with where we are, and I think that we're only going to get better, especially as we continue to gel and continue to get better. I think the sky's the limit for this team.
Thank you. On my behalf.
Guys got a little time off for Christmas, and then a team you were very familiar with comes in right at the end of December. Your thought, look ahead to your old squad.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing for me. Like if you would have asked me 5 years ago or 4 years ago, when I was a freshman at Lafayette, in 4 years you're going to be at Richmond playing against us. It's amazing to shows, like, you never know where you're going to be the next 5 years or the next 10 years, whatever it is. But I'm looking forward to playing them. A bunch of really good guys, good coaching staff, so I'm looking forward to dealing with it.
That was my next question. Do you still have friends on the team? Do you correspond at all, or?
Not much, mostly because a lot of the guys left. Even like the last year's team, it was probably half the kids that I played with, just graduation and transfer portal, and now there's even less, maybe 4 or 5. So it's definitely a bunch of guys that I don't know, but there's definitely some of the guys that I played with for about 2 or 3 years. So I'm looking forward to seeing them again.
Could you just speak about your experience there? I think you said at one point they were your lone Division I scholarship offer, and just talk about going there and how you progressed once you arrived.
Yeah, I've always been kind of a heavier kid, so pretty much when I got there, it was, Coach O'Hanlon is amazing, one of the best coaches, to ever coach the game. And the assistants were great as well. And one assistant, Coach Brell at Mount St. Mary's, really took me in my freshman year and put me through a lot of pain, conditioning-wise and stuff, for 2 years. And, every day you just get better and better. And the vets that I had there were amazing, my seniors, then the juniors. I went to one of their weddings this summer. So, I'm very grateful of my time there and very appreciative.